What happens when the game we love turns into tragedy? In the long and emotional history of Major League Baseball, no moment has shaken fans quite like the sudden, heartbreaking death of Ray Chapman. He wasn't just a skilled shortstop, he was a respected leader and a beloved figure in the game. How did his loss impact baseball, his team, and the fans who watched it all unfold? In this video, we look back at one of the saddest and unforgettable moments in Major League Baseball history: the life and death of Ray Chapman. Ray Chapman was born on January 15, 1891 in Beaver Dam, Kentucky. Raised in the heartland of America, he grew up during a time when baseball was rapidly becoming the nation's favorite pastime. By 1912, Chapman had earned a place with the Cleveland Naps, later known as the Indians, where his speed, defensive skills, and strong batting made him a key player. Known for his bunting ability and aggressive base running, he quickly became a fan favorite and one of the most respected shortstops in the league. In 1918, he led the American League in runs scored and walks. He was celebrated for his precision bunting, ranking among the all-time leaders in sacrifice hits and holding the single-season record with an astonishing 67 in 1917. As a right-handed batter, only Stuffy McInnis recorded more career sacrifices. Even defensively, he was a standout shortstop, once leading the league in assists. He was indeed a consistent hitter, batting over 300 in 3 separate seasons, and led the team in stolen bases 4 times. His stolen bases in 1917 set a club record that lasted more than 6 decades. By the summer of 1920, Chapman was at the peak of his career. He had married and was preparing for a future beyond baseball. On August 16, 1920, during a game against the New York Yankees, Chapman stepped up to the plate to face pitcher Carl Mays. It was late in the game at the Polo Grounds in Manhattan. Mays threw a fastball inside. Chapman never moved. The ball struck him directly in the head with a sharp crack that echoed across the field. In that era, batters wore no helmets. Chapman collapsed at the plate. He briefly regained consciousness but was confused and dazed. He was rushed to the hospital and underwent emergency surgery, but never regained full awareness. He passed away early in the morning at St. Lawrence Hospital on August 17, 1920, at the age of 29. Later that evening, his body was taken home to Cleveland. At Grand Central Terminal, a silent crowd of heartbroken baseball fans stood with heads bowed as the train carried him away. His grieving widow traveled with him, accompanied by her brother, a friend, and teammates including manager Tris Speaker and pitcher Joe Wood. The news of Chapman's death spread quickly, casting a heavy sadness over the baseball world. He was not just a talented and well-loved player. He was also a gentleman of the game. This season was supposed to be his last. Mays, the Yankee pitcher who threw the fatal ball, was cleared of any wrongdoing but was deeply shaken. He claimed he thought the pitch had struck the bat, not the man. It wasn't until he saw the umpire frantically calling for help that the truth sank in. And the game scheduled between Cleveland and New York was called off. Players from both teams came together not as rivals, but as brothers in grief. Though some of the Cleveland players were angered, Tris Speaker called for calm that saved the day from violence eruption. Yankees manager Miller Huggins later wondered if Chapman's foot had gotten stuck, keeping him from dodging the pitch in time. He had avoided fastballs like that before, but this time he didn't, and the game would never be the same. At the time of his death, he was batting .303 with 97 runs scored and remained one of the few players Ty Cobb openly called a friend. Ray Chapman's death was more than just a tragic accident. It was a moment that forever changed the game of baseball. And it reminded everyone that behind the uniforms are real people with families, dreams, and futures. His legacy lives on. This is not just in the history books, but in the safety measures that followed and the deep respect players carry for one another. If stories like this move you and you want to explore more moments that shape the heart of the game, be sure to subscribe and stay with us for more powerful chapters from baseball's past.